So what you're seeing on the screen, it is actually happening. Okay, so folks, on the screen you can see that is the lesson that we will be learning for the night. Oh, now I just realized that the carpet for the scarf for pulling off the screen, it is right over there. Oh my god, what a good throw. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the the lesson part, and right now we're gonna learn the last lesson of the book solutions. It is Unit 10G writing test about narrative. Open your books into page number 11111. Okay, so get ready. Begin tonight. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. What will we do for the first exercise? You are going to write a short science fiction story. Read the writing tip. Then rewrite the opening paragraph, including sequencing clauses like the examples in the exercise number 5 on page number 110. Don't trick me. Occasional short sentences are fine. Okay, so you remember yesterday lesson we learned about writing analysis, also about narrative. The part that I talked about the sequencing clauses, like the actions happening the same with another action, we use after plus verb ing, or you can use having plus past participle, or if you're talking about an action which happens at the same time as the another action, you can use a present participle, or you can use as plus past simple. So with those structures we learned yesterday, now we will be using directly at the exercise number 1 with the paragraph. It's just a short paragraph also about narrative, but let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so let's just read it out loud, everything that we do. Our spacecraft just crash landed. We fell to the floor. We stood up slowly. I could smell burning. We know that we had to leave spacecraft. I found my spacesuit. I helped Nikita to find hers. A red light started flashing. It was a warning. I looked out of a window. I saw that we were on a strange planet. We only had a few minutes to get out of the spacecraft. I pulled the lever. The hatch opened. We jumped down. The spacecraft burst into flames. We ran. Okay. The story is kind of great, but you can see the way how they are expressing it. It's kind of weird because the sentences, as we read it out loud, we can all hear that it's not clear, not linked together yet, right? So what our job doing right now is to link those sentences together with the sequencing clauses. Yes. So now so you can use your own way to form it, but this is my own answer. So this is an exercise with a variety of different answers. You can form it with however you want, but this is my possible answer. So you can do it your own, or you can hear some of my a little bit keynotes about those. Okay, so the first sentence, our spacecraft crash landed. We fell to the floor. Okay, so how do we link those two sentences together? Oh, I think I'll be using an action happens before another action. So you can see that the action spacecraft landed, crash landed. Then the action fell to the floor. So crash landed going first, then fell to the floor going second. So we will use a little bit about after plus verb ing, or you can say having plus past participle. So I'll be writing into after our spacecraft crash landed, we fell to the floor. Okay, that was just easy. Okay, now seconds for the next sentence. We stood up slowly. I could smell burning. We knew that we had to leave the spacecraft. I found my spacesuit. I helped Nikita to find hers. Okay, those are just short sentences, but we need to find a link with it. So I'll be writing into first one of those phrases including having stood up slowly. So what form am I writing? What is the form that I am writing right now? Having stood up slowly. That is still having plus past participle, action happening, another action. So stood up slowly, then smell burning. So I can write, or you can also write it into as we stood up slowly, I could smell burning. You can make that sentences like you can form that situation, change just a little bit, like when during the time you just stood up, then you can smell the burning. It is okay. Does not change much meaning of it. Okay, so this is my answer. I'll write having stood up slowly, I could smell burning. Okay. Next I will write into finding my spacesuit. I helped Nikita to find hers. Finding my spacesuit. I helped Nikita to find hers. So still action after finding my spacesuit. I helped Nikita to find hers. So that is still for action happening. Another action. Okay, so next. A red light started flashing. It was a warning. Okay, so how do you write it into? Oh, I'll write it into as a red light started flashing. It was a warning. Like, you know, the red light, it is the sign, okay, the alert. So it is flashing means during that time, you know, that is a warning. So as the red light flashing, we know it is it was a warning. Okay, we know it was a warning. It is still okay. Next sentence. I looked out of the window. I saw that we were on a strange planet. How will you write that into? Looking out of the window, I saw that we were on a strange planet. Looking out. After looking out of a window, you can write it like that. Or a present participle. Yes, looking out after looking out of a window. You can write it like that. Or you can say looking out of a window. That is, yeah, that is the form of the action happening the same time as the another action. So looking out, you can see what are appearing in front of your eyes. Okay, so looking out of the window, I saw that we were on a strange planet. Okay, so next sentence. We only had a few minutes to get out of the spacecraft. I pulled the lever. Okay, so I think I don't have to change the sentence. We only had a few minutes to get blah blah blah. I think I don't need to form that sentence to link with another one. But I think I will link the next sentence standing behind. That is, I pulled the lever. So the hatch opened. So as I pulled the lever, the hatch opened. Yes, happening the same time as I pulled it. Okay, so happening the same time as I pulled the lever, the hatch opened. Next, we jumped down. The spacecraft burst into flames. We ran. So only 3 sentences left. Do you think that we will combine it all together? I think we should do, right? So to make the story even more linkable than ever. So now let's form that into one whole sentence with combined with 3 sentences. Those sentences together. Jump down. The spacecraft burst into flames. We ran. How will you write it into? So I would write after jumping down. That was the first phrase. The first phrase. After jumping down, we ran as the spacecraft burst into flames. We ran. We ran as the spacecraft burst into flames. So combine those 3 together. So first, I'll write in a after plus verb ing, which is the sentence, the action happening before another action. I would decide the action of jump will be going first. jump down will be going first, then the second and the third action will be happening together at the same time. So as after jumping down, we ran as the spacecraft burst into flames. Okay, so that is how I write it. Okay, so how do you write? You can share it with me. Okay, so with those phrases are just a little bit tricky, but not too much. So please try to write it because it is a practice exercise. Now, what will it be for the learn this? Oh, the writing tip. So after you do that exercise, you will have one writing tip right over here. So what does it say? So it says, avoid writing a string of very short sentences. You can often combine two shorter sentences into a longer one. Okay, so you can see what we have been doing. Avoid writing string of short sentences like we ran. No, we started slowly. We fell to the floor. I could smell burning. We knew that we have to leave the spacecraft. That is kind of boring. Okay, so combine it into one, so the sentence would be more interesting to read. So it would be great if you know that, and we will have a better writing with that. So after that exercise, now we will have another writing tip for you, ladies and gentlemen. Do we? Yes, we have another writing tip. On the screen, you can see you can make descriptions of size, shape, and color more meaningful by drawing comparisons. So, how will you write comparisons? So, example, like you can use the lake was shaped like a teardrop, or you can say the lake was in the shape of a teardrop. Oh my God, how sweet it is! Like you can pop out an imagination about the portrait of the beautiful scenery of the story that people are describing to you. So that is how you would write a writing in a most efficient way to get the highest point as you can. Next, we can write the ground was rust colored. So combine those phrases together. They are choosing to write it into a form of intensifying adverbs. The ground was rust colored, or you can say the ground was the color of rust. So would be more interesting to read. Or you can say each blade of grass. Okay, sorry for that. Each blade of grass was the size of a tree. Or you can say each blade of grass was as big as a tree. So there are various of ways that you can form. Like they gave us in the example of the writing tip right over there. So intensifying adverbs. That is how you write it, folks. And we have the exercise number 3 right on the screen. They tell us to read the writing tip. Okay, read. Then write the second paragraph of your story describing an alien landscape. Oh my God, creepy right now. So alien landscape. So the part that I talked about yesterday, it is also the very important grammar point in the writing. So avoid using there is or there are. See the writing tip on page number 110. Yes, there is or there are. I have been explaining to you very carefully about that part. So you can say instead of using there was a large gray rock near the capsule, or there was a ridge of mountains in the distance, you can write into near the capsule stood a large gray rock which was shaped like a giant tombstone. Oh my God, that would be amazing to write. And or you can say one of the behind that Maya could just make out a ridge of mountains in the distance. So that would be the best way to write your writing in a most suitable way to get gaining the points, because you know the examinations or to judge students in the examination depends on how you have been learning. So this is a chance to gain the knowledge, so that you will have a bag of knowledge during the time you are doing the examination. So okay, so I think I'm a little bit of exhausted, ladies and gentlemen. So oh my god.